Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to That's Some Idea. I'm Erica. If you are returning, hey, welcome into all of those new subscribers that I have. How are you? If you are new, hit the subscribe button, come hang out. This is a fun haul because it really is sort of my first time experiencing a full thrifting journey. I'm not usually one that ventures to thrift stores, but backstory, I had a really cute like metal wire fruit basket that sat on my counter for years, and it was a double-tiered fruit basket, and this past week it decided to go kaput on me and it broke. And I thought, you know, there has to be a really nice black, you know, wrought iron, some sort of thrift basket, some sort of basket that I can find at the thrift store, you know, and I don't have to go out and spend an arm and a leg on it. I'll just go looking at the thrift store. And I was in the market also for taper candles, and just thought, you know what, let's try this. Let's go to a thrift store and see if I can't find a new fruit basket for my countertop and just see what happens. Long story short, I didn't find a fruit basket, but I found everything else. And I kind of went ham. There are 2 Goodwills near me and 1 Savers thrift store, and I went into all 3 over, you know, a couple of days, and this is everything that I found. I got some holiday stuff that I'm going to sort of redo and zhuzh up and add to my holiday decor. I did find some pieces that I have started collecting that I'm going to add to my collection. I found a book, and just found some really cool pieces. So I wanted to share all of that with you. Without further ado, grab a drink, let's get started, and I will share with you my crazy new love of thrifting and hopefully continue doing it. Let's get into it. The first Goodwill I went into was the one that was closest to me. I have this big old bag, and then I have some other kind of sort of big behemoth things down here. Something that I grabbed because it's going to go into my master bathroom. My master bathroom, and I will more than likely share a video of this, is getting a makeover, and I am working on sort of a Zen space, if you will, and not to appropriate anything, but I have collected a lot of sort of things like, you know, small Buddha statues and candle holders, and I love, you know, red sakura branches and leaves, and so I've collected a lot of that stuff just to really give my bathroom a really nice Zen look and feel, and I'm going to be upgrading everything and getting everything built and put away inside of it, because we've been in the house for a while, and I'm really the only one that, you know, uses my big jet tub, and it's just kind of my space. So I grabbed this to put into my master bath. Long story. This little Buddha statue, you know, sitting in meditation seating style, and he was $3.99, and he went into my cart. And then he was too cute not to take home. This is Chip from Beauty and the Beast. Little mug, little Chip. He was also $3.99. And I have a cloche with a standing rose in it that lights up. So he's gonna go super cute next to that, like a Beauty and the Beast theme. So $3.99 for Chip. I did grab a set of taper candles for 99 cents. And these are really long. These originally came from Whole Foods. But grabbed a set of white taper candles for 99 cents. You can't beat that any day. So grab those. And then, let's see. I've said on other hauls, I love tea. I love to have, you know, all kinds of different teapots. And I found this to add to my teapot collection. This was $3.99 as well. An absolute steal for how pretty this is and the intricacy of it. I'll take the tape off. This is an Asian style teapot. You see, $3.99. And I absolutely loved the detail on this, and I'll bring it up to the camera. You can see that there's like inner work right here. There's like an inner wall and an outer wall to this pottery. So much so that it's also on the lid as well. I just could not get over it. The crazing and the inner wall and the outer wall of this teapot. So I did grab her for $3.99. Absolutely. And there's no damage to her. Just absolutely gorgeous. She came home with me. And then for the holidays or just year round, because this was insane and I just absolutely love the shape of it. I just couldn't believe it. This was $4.99. This giant sort of glass crystal candy dish in this globe. It looks like a big ball. Absolutely love it, with this large sort of handle at the top. This sort of gemstone like crystal handle. I could not. I'm either gonna put Hershey Kisses in it all year round or take it out for Christmas time. So pretty, so pretty. And for $4.99, yes, we brought it home. So grab that. And then I did grab one book. The hardback books, I believe, were like $2, I think, and like the paperbacks were $1.50, something like that. And I said, that's fine. This is a large, this is gonna go on my coffee table. This is a large hardback book, and it's called Women of Words. And it was originally $14.99 somewhere, but it ended up at Goodwill, and I grabbed it. And this sticker is not going to come off, and that's, I understand. This is a little bit, the backing is a little messed up. It's had better days, but the book itself, the hardcover itself, is this really pretty beige color, and it'll look really nice on a coffee table, just like that. You can see that it's Women of Words. And this is a book about a personal introduction to the fascinating lives and works of some of literature's most important women writers. From Jane Austen, Mary Shelley, Charlotte Bronte, Emily Dickinson, Virginia Woolf, Agatha Christie, Dorothy Parker, MFK Fisher, Simone de Beauvoir, Eudora Welty, Ursula Le Guin, Toni Morrison, Edna O'Brien, and more. And it is illustrated by Jenny Powell, and they are hand illustrated images of the writers themselves. Just a beautiful book. This is Marianne Moore, the writer. This is going to be such a pretty coffee table. This is Elizabeth Barrett Browning. You can see just wonderful sketchwork inside. And it does have an introduction to some of their work. So I thought that was a steal for $2. Just, yes, into the cart. Put that up there. Okay, and from this Goodwill, there's a couple of big items that I got. 2 things for fall and 1 thing for Christmas. I have one of these, but it is like polywood pressboard. So this one is metal, and I wanted to replace sort of the polywood pressboard one for this, for my fall decor, and then take out the florals that are in my old one and zhuzh this up a little bit more. But it's this pretty metal wagon. It doesn't have any writing on it, but it, you know, its florals are in really, really good shape. And I want to add a few more and maybe, you know, put some pumpkins down in here and sort of give it a little bit more of a fuller look. And it had this handle that was still on it. It was in great condition. And this, where's the price on this? This was $6.99 for the full thing. And more than likely wherever this was sold, it was, you know, probably $24.99 in its heyday. So for $6.99, I thought I could really zhuzh this up and replace the one that I have that's getting old, and the poly press board is sort of coming undone. So I grabbed her. And then these, I was so excited. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with them. These are candlesticks. They were $4.99 a piece, and I was happy with that. These are very large metal candlesticks. They do need to be cleaned. They are in gold right now. They're not gonna stay gold. They're gonna go matte black for fall. These are gorgeous. And here's the other one. They can sit like this on a tablescape. I'm gonna clean them up and I'm gonna spray paint them matte black. And these are gonna be part of my fall decor. Just look at the intricacy of these. I just, $4.99 for each one. Yes, into the cart. Into the cart they went. And I might end up doing a short or a quick vlog on how I decorate and how I fix those, and put some tapered candles in them. And the last thing I got from this Goodwill, I'm gonna use this at Christmas time. This is going to go on my electric fireplace mantle. And again, I'm gonna zhuzh it up. I have a vision. But it was this large wrought iron candle holder. And it holds 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 candles. And this cost me $4.99. $4.99 for a wrought iron large candle holder. It can, like I said, it's probably gonna go on my electric fireplace mantle. I'm going to stick Christmas greenery around this and, you know, red poinsettias and, you know, get some larger, you know, thicker candles to go in here. But you could put this on your table. I could do that for fall, the same thing. I could get this decorated for fall. You could use this all year round and just swap out, you know, any of the foliage or greenery or whatever you want to put underneath of it. Swap out different colors of candles. The sky was really the limit, and for $4.99, my brain just went, yeah, oh yeah, So into the cart it went. So that was from the first Goodwill. And no metal fruit basket, but that's okay. The next store I did end up going to was Savers. And I'll share what I grabbed there. Again, no metal fruit basket, but everything else. I grabbed this for $3.99, and I'm going to put it vertical in my kitchen to hang mugs on. And it's just this really nice, you know, pegged sort of wall display. And I'm gonna hang it like this, and then I'm gonna hang mugs from it. So I thought that was a steal for $3.99. And it's, you know, solid, nothing's broken on it. It's in really good condition, so I was excited for that. Okay. And then, adding to the teapot collection, she also had to come home with me because she was just so pretty. This cost me $7.99. This beautiful green teapot with the flowers on it. She's so pretty. Nothing wrong with her. Really cool design. I just thought she was so unique. So she's gonna go with the other teapot in my display. Picked her up. And then I hit the jackpot in taper candles because I was looking for taper candles. For $3.99, I got 10 of them. These are 10-inch bright white taper candles. You can see them in there. For $3.99? Yes, you can't beat that. So that came home with me. And then I grabbed another grab bag. I kind of took a perusal down their grab bag wall and just kind of had too much fun. But I was excited to find this one, and we're gonna open it because there's a couple in here that I'm not fully sure all the decor on them, but I wanted it anyway. This cost me $1.99, and it is a bag of small frames. And I've seen people that have talked about, you know, taking small frames and turning them into magnets on your refrigerator. I love that. I think that's super great. I also love to gift these, you know, for grandparent presents and things like that, and just to display some of them on a shelf that I have, that we have other smaller frames that we display on. So $1.99, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames in here. Not bad at all. Okay. Now this one could be a magnet. This is more of like a fabric frame with a little bit of lace around it. You could also, you know, put that on top of a, you know, journal and, you know, put a picture in it. That would be really pretty too. This one's really pretty. This is one of the reasons why I really liked this bag, was this one. This pretty, you know, beige white with that really nice design around that small frame. So pretty. This one is a little more religious. You know, maybe gift it for somebody that's having a christening or something like that. I love this too. I heart my grandpa. I love that. That's so cute. What a great little stocking stuffer for a grandpa. You could turn that into a magnet. Put a picture in there. Great little stocking stuffer idea. And then, oh, I love this one too. I thought about for like, I would think something for like Mother's Day or something. I love you lots. It looks like it has mom and all the littles. Super cute. Love that. This actually is not a, it's a frame, but it's like kind of like a standing, oh, it's like a photo album book. You could put little photos in it, almost like a book, and then you open it up. Okay. Could use that as a gift as well if you wanted. And then this is the last one. I love this. This little fish. It says Bahamas on the bottom, but that's okay. Love that. Not bad for $1.99. The other grab bag that I grabbed, I wanted to share why I grabbed this. This was $2.99, which I thought was a steal. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 packets in here of polymer clay. Yes, $2.99 for polymer clay all day long. And the reason that I wanted to grab this was because I had, and I brought them over to show you, I had gotten from Dollar Tree, they had like a polymer sort of end cap stand where they had different colors of clay and these little reams of clay that you could grab, but then they had all the accessories for them. You know, you could make, you know, earrings and necklaces, and it came with, you know, the tools that you could cut and, you know, mold things together. And it also came with the, what are they calling these? What did they call these? Clay texture sheets with, you know, different textures on them. So my daughter loves to make jewelry, and I thought, this is a perfect craft. This is a perfect craft. She wants to take something out. She wants to build something. You know, she can build with polymer clay. So I did grab that for $2.99. And the last thing that I got from Savers was this. And I wanted to grab this for my Easter display. And this cost me $6.49. It's this large, flat basket style, which is more for fresh cut flowers that you lay on them, that you're, you know, gonna take in the house and put into a vase. And it's got this pretty bottom here, you can see. I wanted to add this to my Easter collection because I have really pretty faux tulips that are like long style stems that I could lay in here and create something with it. So I was happy to find that. And that was the last thing I grabbed at Savers. I went to one more Goodwill, and I didn't have as much luck in the last Goodwill. I ended up coming out with 2 things because I had a plan for it. An arts and crafts plan. This, when I put it in the basket, didn't have a price. And it was this pretty sort of fall rustic style broomstick. And this actually smells divine. It smells like cinnamon and pumpkin spice if you waft it towards you. And it did have its hanger. It did have a little hanger. And I thought, oh, maybe I can go to their floral department and maybe they'll have some nice, florals. They did. They had this big bunch of these pretty yellow sunflowers. Yellow is my favorite color. I've said that on hauls before. And I thought, oh, golly gee, look how pretty that's gonna be. And I'm gonna put that on my front door for fall. Yes, I did. And so I went to the front desk and I handed her the 2 items and I said, the broom doesn't have a price on it. She went, no problem. She just went click, click twice. Are you okay with $1.29 for the broom or $1.99 for the broom? Yeah, I'm okay with that. So I grabbed this whole thing for about $4 and some change. And I'm gonna make a door hanger for this for the fall. So excited. So instead of going into, all my local thrift stores for a metal fruit basket, I came out with all of this. And I had so much fun. I think I might have to go thrifting again and see if there's other things that I can find to craft with, because I love to just let my mind wander and think about all the fun things that I could do. Let me know if you are a thrifter. Let me know what some of the coolest things that you have found, or are you a collector and you specifically go to, like your local Goodwill or Savers or thrift stores to find the collections that you're collecting for. Let us all know in the comments below, and I will see you all on the next go around.